Y News. Malacañang says China has rejected a third-party probe into the sinking of a Filipino boat by a Chinese ship near Recto Bank in the West Philippine Sea. The National Water Resources Board is yet to increase water allocation in Metro Manila despite water elevation in ANGAT Dam. A resolution seeking to probe the water crisis in Metro Manila gets filed in the lower house. A big-time oil price hike is set for Tuesday. And the Department of Transportation kicks off its free train ride program for students. Good evening. There have been proposals of bringing a third party into the Recto Bank maritime incident probe. President Rodrigo Duterte has said he welcomes the idea, but China says no to it. Rosalie Cos will tell us why.
A third party is not necessary in the joint investigation to be conducted by the Philippines and China on the Recto Bank maritime incident on June 9, 2019. This, according to Malacañang, is the latest statement of the Chinese Foreign Ministry on the incident through Philippine Ambassador to China, Chito Santaromana.
Nag-offer sila ng joint investigation, diba? Tapos inaccept ni Presidente. Tapos may third party. Ang sabi naman nila, huwag na yung third party, kailangan tayo lang mag-usap doon. Yan ang reason.
He also stated that China suggests the creation of a task force each for the Philippines and China to investigate on the incident. Once the two sides gather their final reports, the two will sit down, discuss their findings.
Dapat immediately, since they are suggesting creation of task force, ay dapat mag-create na tayo ng task force.
The two will sit down and discuss their findings. Malacañang is confident there will be no serious disagreements between the Philippines and China on the Recto Bank maritime incident issue. Presidential spokesperson Secretary Panelo says if ever the two sides do not agree with the result of the investigation, then that's the time for the palace to suggest to China to have a third party.
Kasi sinabi na nila na kailangan ma-resolve na natin to. Nasisira ang relasyon natin dahil dito. Kailangan ayusin na natin to.
You're saying, sir, na even before...
Saka yung sinasabi mong insist, hindi tayo mag-iisip. Isa-suggest natin. Kung halimbawa, hindi tayo magkasundo, pwede ba umanap tayo ng third party?
The Philippine government assures that if the Chinese captain and crew indeed abandon the Filipino fishermen, they will be held accountable. The palace also allays fears of the possibility that China will dominate the Philippines regarding the issue. Rosalie Cos, UNTV News and Rescue, Malacañang.
Water officials report a positive development in the situation of the ANGAT Dam, but water concessionaires will retain their scheduled water supply interruptions. Joan Nano tells us why.
From 158.64 meters yesterday, the water level in ANGAT Dam has increased to 159.85 meters as of 6 a.m. today. This is an elevation of almost 2 meters. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA explains that the significant rainfall since the weekend have contributed to the water elevation of the ANGAT Dam.
Dahil nga yung mga nakaraang araw at saka kahapon or ngayon, meron tayong mga na-observe na pag-ulan within the watershed ng ANGAT. Actually, nung June 29, medyo light to moderate range yung na-observe dun sa watershed ng ANGAT Dam.
PAGASA also explains that if rainfalls persist tonight over the ANGAT watershed, the water level may increase to its 160-meter critical level. Although this is a positive development for the National Water Resources Board or NWRB, it is too early to say that the dam is recharging. Although there is water elevation in ANGAT Dam, the NWRB has yet to decide on whether to increase the water allocation for the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System or MWSS.
Titignan natin kung magkakaroon ng steady or stable increase ng level niya before tayo mag-evaluate and mag-decide kung magkakaroon ng panibagong adjustment. Kasi po mahirap naman mag-adjust tayo ngayon tapos biglang the next couple days wala naman darating na pag-ulan.
Since there is no significant increase in ANGAT Dam's water level, water concessionaires Maynilad and Manila Water will retain the extended hours of water service interruptions.
Ang maganda lang nito because of the rains, yung demand is depressed. Ibig sabihin, there is less demand for water kung i-compare mo yung talagang summer.
Both Maynilad and Manila Water are still implementing 12 to 17 hours of water service interruptions. On Wednesday, the ANGAT Technical Working Group is set to convene to tackle possible water allocation adjustments for the MWSS. John Nano, UNTV News and Rescue, Quezon City.
Lawmakers in the 18th Congress begin filing their bills and resolution. Among those filed in the lower house is a resolution seeking to investigate the water crisis in the country. Grace Casin explains why.
The early filing of bills and resolutions have been a tradition in the lower chamber of Congress. On Monday, the staff of lawmakers queued for the filing of the congressmen's pet bills. These include a proposal to appeal the train and rice tariffication law, bills on Social Security System or SSS pension increase, medical marijuana, coco levy, divorce, salary increase, anti-political dynasty, and the freedom of information. Resolutions to investigate the construction of Kaliwa Dam, the Recto Bank incident, and the water crisis in the country were also filed today.
Yan yung inaaangal din ng ating mga mamamayan dahil hanggang ngayon kahit tag-ulan, sinasabi sa atin, walang tubig.
The early filing of bills and resolutions, which they have been pursuing for a long time, is important for the lawmakers.
Kasi ang hinahabol mo naman kung principal author kay, 'di ba? Merong mga measures talaga na from the beginning, from the start pa lang talaga ay measure na ng mga kongresista. Kasi yun yung talagang bill nila. Yun yung inalagaan nilang bill for such a long time. So yun yung kanilang pinupush ngayon.
Meanwhile, ACT Teachers Party List held a rally outside the House of Representatives to call on members of the 18th Congress to support the bill for the benefits of teachers. Grace Casin, UNTV News and Rescue, House of Representatives.
The Energy Department's fuel cost and bundling policy will be imposed later than scheduled. Meanwhile, motorists are advised to gas up today as another oil price hike is set tomorrow. Nina Armilio will tell us why.
The Makati Regional Trial Court has favored the petition of the Philippine Institute of Petroleum or PIP for a temporary restraining order on the Energy Department's fuel price unbundling order. The oil firms contend the Department of Energy circular contravenes the dynamics of a deregulated oil market. The PIP is composed of Petron Corporation, Philippine Shell Petroleum Corporation, Chevron Philippines Incorporated, PTT Philippines, Total Philippines Corporation, and Isla LPG Corporation. The DOE, for their part, argue that the oil deregulation law gives authority to the Secretary of Energy to seek almost all kinds of information from oil companies.
At sa tingin po namin, ginawa ito po ang disenyo ng batas para makapagbigay po ng mga rekomendasyon ang Department of Energy sa Kongreso ukol sa pagbabago, pag-aamenda ng ating mga batas regarding oil prices.
While for consumer rights group Laban Consumer, the public have the right to know how oil companies set the prices of petroleum products. Laban Consumer President Vic Demageba says they wonder why oil firms oppose the DOE's fuel price unbundling order.
Wala naman silang dapat itago eh. Nire-report din nila yung kanilang profit sa SEC at sa Stock Exchange. Huwag naman sana magkatotoo na ang presyo ng produktong petrolyo masasabi natin overpriced, quote-unquote, o mataas pa sa dapat lamang na ibenta sa mga consumers. Yun po siguro ang kanilang gustong alagaan. Suspecha lang po yun.
The Energy Department maintain they will implement the fuel unbundling circular, which was scheduled to be effective on June 29, 2019, after the effectivity of the TRO. On another note, motorists are advised to gas up today as another oil price hike is set Tuesday, July 2. Oil companies have announced a 95 centavo increase in the price of diesel per liter. Gasoline price will be up by 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter, while an increase of 1 peso per liter must be expected in the price of kerosene. On the other hand, there will be a drop in the price of liquefied petroleum gas or LPG. Petron and Phoenix will impose a 3 pesos and 40 centavo rollback in their LPG price per kilogram, while Solane will sell their LPG at 3 pesos and 36 centavos less per kilogram. Auto LPG will impose a 1 peso and 90 centavos per liter rollback. The oil price adjustments are caused by the movement of oil prices in the world market. Nina Armilio, UNTV, News and Rescue.
The number of motorcycle owners in the Philippines has been increasing. Riders must be reminded of the things they need to know, especially when driving in the country's major roads. Find out what those are as Mon Hokson reports.
App-based motorcycle taxi service ANGAT has become controversial because of safety and regulation issues. But the government has temporarily allowed the operation of ANGAT because of public clamor. The number of Filipinos who use motorcycles is increasing because of the worsening traffic situation in Metro Manila. The Land Transportation Office, or LTO, has come up with a set of rules and regulations for motorcycle use on highways which many people seem to miss. Here are some of the things riders must keep in mind. All motorcycles and scooters used on any highway in the Philippines should be registered with the LTO. The plate number must be visible. Motorcycles follow the same speed limits as cars. In case you've forgotten, that's 80 kph on open country roads with no blind corner, 40 kph on through streets or roads clear of traffic and without blind corners, 30 kph if there's light traffic and it's not a through street, and 20 kph anywhere else. On EDSA, the use of the motorcycle lane is strictly implemented.
Ang hirap sila makita kasi kung nasan-san sila. So we decided na dito lang muna kayo, we funneled them in para lahat ng mga vehicles, truck man yan, kotse man yan, or other motorcycles, they would know that they should look out for motorcycles.
Passengers, who are often referred to as back riders, are limited to one. Cargo, on the other hand, is limited to saddlebags or luggage carriers, approved by the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI. Both the driver and the passenger must wear a DTI-approved helmet. For accessories, all motorcycles should have headlights, tail lights, signal lights, brake lights, side mirrors, and a horn. The LTO also allows a maximum of 2 supplementary LED lights or high-intensity discharge lamps, directed downward and never towards the road. Closed shoes are the only kind of footwear allowed when riding a motorcycle. This means no slippers, sandals, flip-flops, or even bare feet. When it comes to children riding a motorcycle, they are not allowed on public roads with either heavy traffic volume or with a lot of fast-moving vehicles unless the child can comfortably rest his or her feet on the foot peg. The child's arm can reach around and grasp the waist of the driver. The child has a helmet, or in an emergency situation. But what's unfortunate is that many Filipino motorcycle riders ignore these regulations, thus resulting to accidents. Here are some of pieces of advice from the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, to avoid accidents when riding a motorcycle.
Not many riders know about the blind spots. Na kakanan na yung truck, doon pa sa kanan pepesto. Meron dyan na malaki yung truck, sisingit sa harapan ng truck. Definitely hindi sila makikita. Diba? Kasi ang visual ng truck driver, kung gano'ng kataas, is 20 feet. Nandun sila sa blind spot na yun. Pag umandar yung truck, masasagasaan na lang, di ba?
It is important that headlights are open at both daytime and nighttime.
Para yung makita sila, maging visible sila. Kasi ang liit ng profile ng motor, di ba? You could hardly see it. Ang kultura pa naman ng Pilipino, hindi sila sanay na to watch out for motorcycle.
It is true that the motorcycle is a fast and reliable form of transportation. But remember, owners must be responsible enough in using it to avoid accidents that involve self and others. Mon Hokson, UNTV News and Rescue.
The Department of Transportation begins today the implementation of the Student Free Ride Program. Some students request for longer free ride hours. Here is Asher Kadapan Jr. to tell us why.
A notable number of students were observed riding the Light Rail Transit, or LRT2, at the Lagarda station in Manila City as early as 4:30 this morning. They availed of the Department of Transportation's Student Free Ride program, which begins today. With a free ride, the DOTR aims to encourage students to come to school early and help them lower their travel expenses.
Biruin mo naman kung libre yung pamasahe. Yung gagastusin mo sa pamasahe, pwede nang dagdag sa baon ng estudyante. Pwede nang dagdag sa panggastos sa paaralan at sa kanilang paghahanap ng karunungan. Kaya sabi namin, ito'y malaking bagay.
Students may enjoy free rides via the LRT2, Metro Rail Transit or MRT3, and the Philippine National Railways or PNR twice a day on weekdays and except holidays. Students must present their school ID upon entry at the train stations until such time that they obtain their own student free ride ID. Students may apply for a free ride ID on the DOTR website or through malasakit help desks at the train stations. A student who wanted to ride for free explained she couldn't do so because she failed to present her school ID at the train station.
Nag-avail po ba kayo ng libreng sakay?
Hindi pa po.
Ba't di po kayo nag-avail ng libreng sakay?
Po kaming ID.
Wala pa kayong school ID?
Other students asked to extend the hours of the free ride.
Pahabaan yung oras kasi hindi naman po lahat ng estudyante alas 7 yung pasok para pumasok ng mas maaga.
Based on data gathered by the three railways, a total of 1,698 students availed of the free ride in the morning of day 1 of its implementation.
Thank you for giving us free rides. I can go to school early.
Malaki kasi malaki rin matitipid ko kada buwan, tsaka kada linggo rin na.
Asher Kadapan Jr., UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
A new branch of Daniel's Coffee Shop opened today in Apalit, Pampanga. This is part of the celebration of the 3rd anniversary of Daniel's. Monok Son will tell us why.
A new place to enjoy Daniel's Coffee opened today at Apalit, Pampanga branch. Now, customers in Pampanga and nearby places can relish and quench their thirst with the new branch of Daniel's Coffee Shop. Daniel's Coffee is unlike any other coffee shops you've ever been before around the metropolis. It's a coffee shop and a TV studio, and also a live gig venue for musicians, stand-up comedians, and prominent personalities rolled into one. Call it an original, innovative, unique, or whatever its ardent patrons would describe the coffee shop.
Well, kasi konsepto naman talaga natin ng coffee shop na to. Nag-umpisa yan doon sa paglalagay natin ng isang studio na gusto natin yung ating magiging interview para lang nasa coffee shop. So sinusunod pa rin natin yung gano'n na parang nasa isang studio ka rin at the same time. Kaya yun ang ginagawa nating ambience. So we're also offering different kinds of entertainments.
And with the new branch, there's definitely more in store to look forward to.
So we will also be offering mga breakfast menu at saka yung all-day food na pwedeng makain ng mga customers natin. Aside from yung mga talagang line of products na natin ng drinks and pastries.
Every customer of Daniel's have their own favorite drinks that they love. From their signature coffee blends to refreshing fruit smoothies. But let's ask Kuya Daniel, what is his favorite drink that the coffee shop offers?
Kasi ako, Americano lang ako eh. So, yun ang iniinom ko dito sa Daniel's, yung brew natin ng cafe Americano at hindi ako nagsusugar. Kasi yun yung aking iniinom dito. But maraming mga iba-ibang mga customers tayo, alam naman nila yun, sila makakapag-compare ng lasa ng ating kape na pwede mo isabay sa lahat ng mga sikat na mga coffee shops ngayon at mas mura pa.
After the opening of a Palit branch, a new Daniel's Coffee Shop will soon rise in Cavite. And with its expanding followers even abroad, the coffee shop plans to open in Australia and in the United States. Mon Hokson, UNTV News and Rescue, Apalit, Pampanga.
July 1 marks the first day of work for newly elected government officials. Some Metro Manila mayors bear their plans and programs in a bid to solve the problems in their respective cities. April Senadoza will tell us why.
Newly sworn-in local chief executives on Monday were already busy on their first day of work in government. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno and San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora ordered class suspensions in all levels, both public and private, starting 12 noon. Even if the flag raising ceremony was cancelled, the Manila Mayor conducted its first department head meeting. In his first State of the City address before the Manila City Council, he stressed his camp didn't receive the official city, government documents, and records from the transition team of former Manila Mayor Erap Estrada. The turnover ceremony was supposed to be scheduled on June 28, but Estrada's camp did not appear.
Wala akong natanggap. Wala akong i-report. Pero hindi ako papayag na wala ang lahat ng ito. Papanagutin ko sila.
He also warned illegal gamblers in the city.
Kung meron man sa inyo dito involved sa sugalan, itigil mo na yan. Konsehal ka na ng Maynila. Hindi ka na siga sa kanto. Tigilan niyo yan, mga chairman, mga pasakla ninyo. Mahiya naman tayo, mga konsyal.
In San Juan City, Zamora wants to have a faster process in various government agencies and to block corruption in his administration.
Ang proseso po ng pamamalakad natin ay magsisimula na ngayon. Siyempre, we have to review our executive budget for 2019. Ako po ay hihiling ng realignment sa ating sangguniang panlungsod para ma-realign yung pondo ng naaayon sa ating mga pinangakong proyekto at programa ng halalan.
The mayor added, one of the problems needed to be resolved is the situation of San Juan Medical Center.
Kailangan natin gawing isang tunay na public hospital ang San Juan Medical Center. Kasalukuyan talaga isang Category 1 hospital lang ito, kung kaya't hindi mabigay ng ating hospital ang tamang serbisyo sa ating mga mamamayan. Kinakailangan ito i-upgrade, gagawin natin moderno at makabago, kukumplituhin natin ang kagamitan, mga aparato, at sisiguridad natin na kompleto ang doktor, nurse at may libreng gamot.
Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, meanwhile, called for unity in the city amid criticisms and issues hounding him last elections.
Ngayon naman po panahon na para magkaisa, panahon na para mag-move forward tayo. Hindi naman para sa akin kundi para sa lungsod ng Pasig.
In his first day in office, Mayor Vico delivered on his promise. In a Facebook post earlier this afternoon, Soto said that he has signed an executive order that includes the suspension of a city's disjointed and unjust odd-even coding scheme. With this move, the mayor is following through on his vow to remove the traffic policy on his first day in office. A traffic management task force has also been assigned to review Pasig City's transportation situation, as well as come up with ways to improve it. As these mayors confidently bear their platforms, their residents expect them to fulfill these promises in the next 3 years, as political dynasties ceased in the metropolis. April Senadoza, UNTV News and Rescue, Manila.
Some senators filed the priority bills they will push for in the upcoming 18th Congress. These include the 14th month pay and the single-use plastic regulation. Nel Maribohok tells us why.
July 1, 2019 marks the first day in office of the senators who won in the May 2019 elections. It is also the start for the senators in the upcoming 18th Congress to file their pet bills. Each of them may file 10 priority bills. The first to file his bills was Senate President Vicente Sotto III. His proposals include the establishment of the Presidential Enforcement Agency, a facility for high-level drug offenders, medical scholarship in all state universities and colleges, amendments to Human Security Act, proposed hybrid elections, 14th-month pay for all employees in the private sector, Anti-Fake News Act, increasing the penalty for perjury, SIM card registration act, and establishment of a dangerous drugs court. Senator Sani Angara also filed his pet bills today. These include salary hike for teachers, underprivileged students discount act, proposed pension increase for indigent senior citizens from 6,000 pesos to 12,000 pesos per year, dialysis center act, and resolution to seek investigation on ghost dialysis payment made by PhilHealth. For Senator Bong Revilla Jr., he wants to prioritize the proposed 125 peso salary increase of workers in the private sector and lowering the mandatory and optional retirement age of government employees. Senator Francis Pangilinan filed the proposed Coco Levy Act, National Land Use Act, establishments of the Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources and the Department of Disaster and Emergency Management, Rainwater Management Bill, Single-Use Plastic Regulation, and a salary hike for teachers. Senator Risa Ontiveros refiled her SOGI Equality Bill or the Anti-Discrimination Bill. Senator Ralph Recto refiled his pet scholarship program called One Town, One Doctor Bill. Senator Joel Villanueva will propose measures regarding the welfare of overseas Filipino workers.
Of course, yung gustong-gusto natin na bagong bayani Filipino hospital for our OFWs, and then yung OFW Insurance Act.
The son of Senator Lito Lapid, Mark Lapid, said his father wants to strengthen free legal assistance and will propose measures to resolve water shortage.
Of course, yung gusto niya magsabit ng paano natin yung water crisis na dinadanas natin ngayon.
Meanwhile, the offices of the newly elected senators are currently under renovation. These include the office of Senators Pia Cayetano, Bong Revilla Jr., Ronald Bato de la Rosa, Bongo, and Lito Lapid. The equipment and furniture of the outgoing senators have been pulled out from their former offices. Nel Maribuhok, UNTV News and Rescue, Pasay City.
Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco denies that he has agreed to share House speakership term with the Gig City Representative Alan Peter Cayetano. Grace Casan tells us why.
The Gig City Representative Alan Peter Cayetano has expressed his disappointment when Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco backed out from the proposed House speakership term sharing with him. President Rodrigo Duterte has previously green-lighted the proposal as a win-win solution because the chief executive maintains that he will not endorse any one of them to be the next House Speaker.
Ito sabi ko, maghati kayo ng term. Gusto ni Cayetano, mauna siya. But he will stay there just for 15 months. That's what he committed. See, and Velasco can have the other half, which is not really as short as 21 months. Sabi ko, ganon ang proposal. Pumayag na si Cayetano, but si Velasco mukhang last minute nag-back out.
But according to Surigao del Sur Representative Johnny Pimentel, who is Velasco's assigned spokesperson, it is not true that Velasco and Cayetano talked about the term sharing, which Cayetano has claimed.
There was never an agreement between the two of them.
In Cayetano's statement, he says he talked to Velasco's wife, Gwen Velasco, who agrees with the term sharing proposal.
No, but I don't think that is right that you should talk to the other person. I think they should talk to the candidate himself, no? Mahirap po yung ibang kausap nila.
Meanwhile, Davao City Representative Paulo Duterte in a statement implies that he doesn't want to get tangled up with the House speakership issue. He calls on his colleagues in the 18th Congress to choose a speaker that respects others, especially women. Congressman Cayetano, for this part, has no comment on the issue as of the moment. Grace Casan, UNTV News and Rescue, House of Representatives.
The Philippine National Police and the National Police Commission emphasized that politicians included on the president's narco list have no power to choose their municipal chief of police. Leia Ilagan will tell us why.
The Philippine National Police or PNP will accommodate the request of newly installed local chief executives as for the choice of their respective municipal chiefs of police. PNP Chief Police General Oscar Albayalde says he is expecting such request.
Tayo naman ay rinirespeto natin yung kanilang authority na ganon. But then again, kailangan yung kanilang rini-request ay qualified. Hindi pwedeng underrank or hindi siya qualified dun sa pwesto niya because there are qualifications that need to be met by an officer to become a chief of police or a provincial commander.
For highly urbanized municipalities, the chief of police must be at least a lieutenant colonel or colonel, while a police lieutenant or police captain may be installed in fourth-class municipalities. Albayalde emphasizes that politicians included on President Rodrigo Duterte's narco list have no power to choose their municipal chief of police.
I don't think they were given the privilege of choosing yung in fact even yung kanilang privilege of having securities hindi pa rin and yung kasi until now suspended yung kanilang authority, yung operational control nila doon sa local PNP natin.
The National Police Commission or NAPOLCOM explains that politicians included on the narco list have no police power.
We must not forget that these narco politicians already are facing administrative charges before the ombudsman. And that pendency of these cases filed against them will be the justifying factor kung bakit hindi pa pwedeng i-reinstate ang kanilang deputation authority over the PNPs.
Based on data from the Department of the Interior and Local Government, 25 local executives included on the narco list won in the 2019 midterm elections. Leia Ilagan, UNTV, News and Rescue, Krami.
The Department of Health assessed flu vaccine for a new strain of flu virus is now available. The DOH reminds the public to be vaccinated and take precautionary measures against flu, especially this rainy season. Aiko Miguel tells us why.
Flu remains as one of the global health threats according to the World Health Organization or WHO. Not just like a simple common cold, flu is accompanied with muscle pain and fever which lasts for days. According to the Health Department, there is a new strain of flu virus yearly which hit Filipinos, so new flu vaccines are always developed.
So kasi nag-uumpisa ito sa ibang parte ng mundo pagkatapos iikot siya, no? So usually pag mga January, February, nadidetect na kung ano yung virus na iikot for the year.
The flu vaccine is now available this month in health centers. It is advisable to get vaccinated against flu every year. According to the DOH, the flu season starts in September and ends by February.
Natin sa ating mga kababayan, yung mga kailangan pabakunahan na abang maaga para protektado sila, lalo na pag the time na talagang madami ng flu.
The Health Department reveals the flu strain may be new this year, but the flu virus last 2017 was more virulent. There are still no reports that the flu virus this year will have higher mortality and complication rate. The DOH also warns the public that flu becomes a health threat when it's being ignored, which may lead to complications. Health authorities prioritize to give flu vaccine to children and the elderly. The DOH advises parents to complete the flu vaccine of their children.
Talagang ang number one pa rin natin kasi kung merong magkakaroon ng complications sa flu, yung mga medyo mahihina ang katawan, meaning yung mga batang-bata, tsaka yung matatanda.
There are flu vaccines for senior citizens in DOH hospitals and in barangay health stations. Aside from being vaccinated to avoid flu, one should maintain strong resistance to virus. Take vitamin C and drink at least 8 glasses of water every day. Take ample rest and sleep for at least 8 hours a day. Exercise and eat fruits and vegetables. Wear a face mask, especially in crowded places or when traveling to avoid getting infected with the flu virus. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue, Manila.
The Members Church of God International receives another gold award from Singapore Red Cross. Annie Mancilia will tell us why.
More than 29,000 patients received blood from more than 70,000 blood donors last year through Singapore Red Cross. And to recognize groups and individuals who have been supporting and promoting their program, Singapore Red Cross honored the achievement of the blood donors and community partners at the 16th World Blood Donor Day and Champion Blood Donor Recognition Ceremony on June 29, 2019 at Downtown East. Among them are the MCGI or Members Church of God International Singapore Chapter,
Members Church of God International Singapore,
the group donated 500 units of blood last year.
We thank God for every opportunity to do good. MCGI Singapore shared the love by donating blood. It is a continuing act of the church through the leadership of Brother Eli and Kuya Daniel. We thank the Singapore Red Cross for being a faithful partner through the years.
During the event, 21 champion blood donors received Medal for Life Award for giving 200 donations and 35 corporate and community blood mobile organizers. Singapore Red Cross Secretary General and Chief Operating Officer Mr. Benjamin Williams encourages his fellow Singaporeans to donate blood.
Okay, blood donation is a very important task for the community. If we do not have sufficient blood, then important things like essential medical services may be hindered. So we are always constantly encouraging people who are healthy to donate blood.
MCGI Singapore's initiative in donating blood started in August 2008. Since then, the organization has gained 4 merit awards and 3 gold awards. Aside from being blood mobile organizers, MCGI has other public services in Singapore led by Brother Eli Soriano and Kuya Daniel Razon. MCGI offers free international calls to the Philippines at Lucky Plaza in partnership with UNTV. Free blood pressure checkup and free vitamins. The group also conducts free computer lessons for our fellow Filipinos. They also volunteer in caring for the elderly housed in elder care facilities in the city.
Annie Mancilia, UNTV News and Rescue, Singapore.
Y News continues. Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio dismisses new tirades against him made by President Rodrigo Duterte's allies in relation to the issues on the West Philippine Sea. Mai Bermudez will tell us why.
Like his response to President Rodrigo Duterte, Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio just shrugs off tirades made by former President Gloria Arroyo's speaker and Press Secretary Rigoberto Tiglao in relation to the issues on the West Philippine Sea. In a Manila Times column, Tiglao hits Carpio left and right, saying that the Senior Associate Justice is ignorant on the territorial dispute and should be ashamed of himself as a member of Supreme Court. In addition, the columnist and former government official says Carpio's criticisms against President Rodrigo Duterte is just a part of his alleged anti-Chinese xenophobia. For him, the Recto Bank is inside an island group which is a part of our territory, for which we should thank former President Ferdinand Marcos, who claimed it before the declaration of martial law during his term. Tiglao claims Marcos's annexation paved way for us to control 11 islands, stones and reefs, and encouraged claimant countries to speed up occupation and fortify features in the area. He says that China claimed late due to chaos in Cultural Revolution. But a maritime law expert says, despite criticisms, the sovereign rights in the area remains on the Philippine side based on the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS.
Hindi natin pag-aari yung exclusive economic zone na katulad ng isang landowner, no? Dahil yan ay parte ng karagatan. Pero yung likas yaman sa loob ng karagatan, kinilala ng international community na sa atin. Okay? So yun, kaya may karapatan tayo dun sa living resources kahit hindi natin subject to absolute sovereignty yung lugar.
The Supreme Court is set to hear on Tuesday the oral arguments on the petition seeking to protect the West Philippine Sea. This was based on the appeal of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines and fisher folks from Palawan and Zambales over the alleged destruction of marine resources in the area caused by Chinese fishing vessels. The Office of the Solicitor General has sought for Carpio's inhibition in discussing the case. May Bermudez, UNTV News and Rescue, Manila.
And for the news abroad, here's Pauline Ompico reporting live from Tokyo, Japan.
The new White House press secretary was caught on camera battling to allow U.S. media into the meeting between her boss and the North Korean leader. Stephanie Gresham is seen jostling with North Korean security staff, and a voice can be heard saying, "I need help." It happened outside the room where Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un were having a meeting. A group of photographers, camera crews, and reporters known as the U.S. Pool are routinely given close access to the president by his aides to report on his work. Trump became the first sitting U.S. president to set foot in North Korea on when he met Kim in the demilitarized zone, or DMZ, between the two Koreas and agreed to resume stalled nuclear talks.
In Italy, a group of 25 North African migrants arrived undetected at Lampedusa's harbor around midnight on Monday before being intercepted by the Carabinieri near the port. The migrants, including women and children, said they had arrived at the Italian island following a 24-hour journey by boat from the western Libyan city of Zawara. On Saturday, the German captain of the Sea-Watch 3 ship Carola Roquette was arrested for docking in Lampedusa without permission, triggering a diplomatic spat between Italy and Germany. The ship had spent 2 weeks in international waters with dozens of rescued African migrants on board. Jovic Burmas, UNTV News and Rescue.
And those are the news from the other parts of the globe. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Pauline Ompico, reporting live from Tokyo, Japan. And in sports, Kevin Durant announced on Sunday that he will join the Brooklyn Nets after playing the past 3 seasons with the Golden State Warriors. Durant became an unrestricted free agent on Sunday, but the 2-time NBA Most Valuable Player is expected to miss most, if not all, of next season. However, while recuperating from a ruptured Achilles tendon suffered during this month's NBA Finals defeat by Toronto, Durant is expected to sign a 4-year deal worth $164 million. The 30-year-old has averaged 27 points and 7.1 rebounds during his 12 seasons in the NBA. He won 2 championships in his 3 seasons with Golden State. The iconic Wish Bus begins tour in Cebu province, bringing not just live performances but also on-ground additions for WISHCOVERY Season 3. Gladys Toyabi will tell us why.
For the first time, the Wish Bus visited Cebu on its journey to the different provinces in the country. Wishers can't help but get excited as they lay eyes on the one-of-a-kind FM station on wheels.
Grabe kay ka-overwhelming ang feeling nga daghan kay nga artist ang nag-perform diha sa sud sa bus niya. Karon murag kung pwede pa lang manood jud mi mag-picture gyud mi sa sud sa bus. Oh, lipay kay mi. Lipay ka akong friends. Friends, are you happy?
Grabe ti. Like, bisag ko kita, bisag tao sa Sudver, kita na ko bisag asa sa YouTube, then, nana siya sa katubangan ba? Makita na ako sa akong mata, gali, nana.
The Rolling Music Hub's first stop, the Cebu Institute of Technology University with funk rock trio, the Four of Spades.
Ni-share sila ba na ang Wish Bus mo array, so tungod na-excite ko ba? Karon lipay ko, nakakita ko nila, way bayad. So thank you CIT, #Tops again.
Especially nga napilian jud ang CIT University no nga makakuan po sa Wish 1075. So it's very an honor and very happy kay ko. Akong heart is very grateful kay ko, especially sa 1075. Thank you so much for this opportunity, especially nga nakakita na pagud mi sa among mga idols.
And along with the Wish Bus trip is WISHCOVERY Season 3's on-ground auditions in the Visayas region, which runs from July 2 to 4. Registration is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Plaza Independencia, Cebu City. For on-ground auditionees, just bring valid IDs, copies of the lyrics of your original song, and a -1 file of your composition in MP3 format. You may also perform with your own musical instruments. WISHCOVERY Originals is open to Filipino soloists, duos, and groups who are not only talented but also has the heart to write their own songs. Audition now and be WISHCOVERed. Gladys Tuwabi, UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
And those are the reasons behind the news this July 1, 2019. I am Alex Baltazar. And before we close, we will recap with today's significant sound bites. Because we need to know, we will always ask why. Good evening.
Nag-offer sila ng joint investigation, di ba? Tapos in-accept ni Presidente. Tapos may third party. Ang sabi naman nila, huwag na yung third party. Kailangan tayo lang mag-usap doon. Yan ang recent.
Titingnan natin kung magkakaroon ng steady or stable increase ng level niya before tayo mag-evaluate and mag-decide kung magkakaroon ng panibagong adjustment. Kasi po mahirap naman mag-adjust tayo ngayon tapos biglang the next couple days wala naman darating na pagulan.
Kung meron man sa inyo dito involved sa sugalan, itigil mo na yan. Konsehal ka na ng Maynila, hindi ka na siga sa kanto. Tigilan niyo yan, mga chairman, mga pasakla ninyo. Mahiya naman tayo, mga konsehal.